All right, this is my first vlog for the farm. Let's come up with a name. Let's say Johnson's Farmstead. So this is gonna be my first vlog for the Johnson's Farmstead. Sometime this week, I should be getting 10 to 15 chicks in the mail, and I'm very, very excited. This is just kind of gonna go over some of the things that I bought as a first-time chicken owner. So hopefully it gives you guys some insight if you guys are thinking about doing it as well. So this is some of the stuff right here. I went to Feldman's and got me some pine chips. This is an old toy box that I used to have when I was a kid. If you look inside, it even says toy. So that's one of the things I got. And then obviously some organic starter crumble, chick feed. I got some chick grit as well. Some, I don't know, some type of snack that I thought the chicks might like. And a heating lamp. These are a couple things that you might need. Well, that you will need for sure. But the heating lamp is important. And then the actual lamp aspect of it. Then I got the feeders right over here. One, that's gonna be the feeder. And this is gonna be the water. So with the water, they say to put rocks in it so the chick doesn't fall in and drown, because I guess that's a possibility. So I'm gonna set all this up and I'll show you the finishing touch. So I'm doing this inside because I do not want it to be out in the garage. I have 2 dogs out there that I have to slowly introduce to the chicks. So I'm doing this all inside. So when the chicks get here, they'll probably stay inside. I have a plug over there that will they'll be plugged into for the lamp. But I'm hoping not to make too big of a mess because I don't want to waste all of this stuff. So
what are you looking at? Didn't make too much of a mess.
Nope, I did it. So I don't think I put too much in there, and it'll layer on top of each other after a while, and I'll have to clean up after they poop and pee, and this gets pretty matted down. So I'm hoping this works. Yes. So look at some of the items I did buy. So I got the chick grit. Obviously that's going to be important. Their chickens' digestive systems are different than dogs or humans, obviously. So they need this chick grit. That's super important. But a big thing that I learned was non-medicated starter crumble. Basically non-medicated food for the chicks. So I got mine at a hatchery. And I was told that typically at hatcheries they vaccinate and all that other stuff. If there's somebody who watches the video and tells me something different, then I'll do my research a little bit better. But from my understanding, they vaccinate at the hatchery, and I don't need to get medicated food. So this is the one I went with. It's just a typical starter crumble. So I just figured out I can clamp this onto their box. The biggest thing is I want to make sure that this is stable and sturdy, because I do not want this to fall inside and chicken nuggets be made inside of this box when I wake up. So I just have to make sure this is sturdy. I'll probably put a little extra clamp or something to make sure it's tight enough, and we'll test this bad boy out. Here we go. This is the test. Is it gonna work, people? I think so. Let's go. All right, so yeah, and that's pretty warm. So the chicks should be pretty warm under here. And if they're not, they'll all huddle up together, and I'll know to either put it lower or move it somehow and get it closer to them. So far, so good. Everything's working out. Okay. You can meet all the dogs. All right. That's Jinx. Hey. Say hello. Say hello. And then that's the princess over there, Rari. She stays inside the house because she's getting a little older. Aren't you, girl? And then over here we have the chicken coop, aka the chicken condo, aka yes, I made this myself. First thing I've ever built, and came out pretty well. It took about probably 2 months, 2 to 3 months. Not because it's hard, because I have a normal job and I just had to work on it here and there on the weekends. This is the inside. I plan on hanging these bottles up and putting some type of cool lights in it. But yeah, this is it. And then we have our garden. So this is our personal garden, other than the fact that we do make relish and salsa with some of the stuff, and so it's some of our close friends. So, and then this is my beautiful wife Hannah, who is working on the garden. We have our onions, our potatoes, our tomatoes, our cucumber, our celery, or not celery, but our peppers and other things like that. So, and then this area, it's kind of cool I'm making the video because this, you will see the before and after. So we're gonna load this up with 2 feet of wood chips and plants, nothing but kale. What else are we putting in here, babe? Spinach, and what else? And lettuce. So a whole bunch of rows of that stuff, and then try to go to the farmer's market and get into that realm. But then we're gonna fence it off because obviously I don't want the dogs getting into it, or bunnies or anything like that. So compost. Need a compost for a good garden. So we got really lucky. We put a lot of new dirt from the store in here, so we got a lot of good crops this year for our first time. So we got to make sure our compost and the dirt is turned properly and whatnot. But hey, no, by no means I'm saying I'm a pro at this, by the way. Disclosure, very new at this, me and my wife, but we're trying it out and it's working really good so far for us. A little bit of the cayenne peppers. Yeah, good stuff. So if you liked that video, like and subscribe. If you want to see more content like this, we're gonna just do probably weekly updates of how the chicks are doing, how the garden's doing, if we built more onto that backside garden, and a little bit about the dogs. So like and subscribe. I appreciate you guys tuning in.